As a storyteller, you get to play God in your story you're making. This means you can bless and curse whoever you want. The infamous one who is favored among the heavens and the earth is whoever you want. Now let me show you how to use this power of yours to the fullest. I present to you consequences, aka the down and find out phenomenon. First thing we need to do is define consequence. A consequence is an outcome due to an action or a circumstance. All we need to know for today is action-based outcomes. See, consequence sounds bad, but consequence is just an outcome, so it can be good or bad. I say this because a bad action brings a bad outcome. And we find out. And likewise, a good action brings good outcomes. Now, what does all this have to do with storytelling? Everything. To the extent that a character is defined as good or bad based on their actions. Sit down, Todd. I'll speak about the intentions later. Stories happen when bad actions are met with good outcomes, and some dude with good actions wants to overcome their bad outcomes that came from the bad dude's actions so he can set things back to how they should be. That made no sense. Like and subscribe. Normally, good actions bring good outcomes and bad actions bring bad outcomes. But for a story to have conflict, it happens in reverse. Because if the good guy had what he wanted, the story would be finished. Happy ending. And if the bad guy finally got what he deserved, the story would be finished. I mean, stories can end with the bad guy getting a happy ending and the good guy getting the bad ending. That would be a tragedy, but that's deeper in this iceberg, like intentions. Alright, I'll talk about 4 examples to demonstrate what I'm talking about. Up first, Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. He is arguably a good guy who had a bad ending. First, he had his humanity biologically taken away, and then he had his mind shattered and his humanity taken away from his heart as well. This is an undeserved consequence. Second, we have any isekai main character. These fellas just have everything go their way. Arguably good guys doing good things and getting good outcomes. The most realistic situation. This is a deserved consequence. Third, we have Griffith. You know what his bad action was and what good outcome came from it. See, an outcome is considered good if it is what the character wants, and this was an undeserved consequence. This guy deserved death, he deserved nothing. Fourth, we have Light Yagami from Death Note. A bad character with a bad outcome. He killed everyone and then he was killed. Simple, deserved consequence. From this we derive the equation action plus outcome equal consequence. Stay with me. And a deserved consequence is when a bad action meets a bad outcome, or a good action meets a good outcome. And an undeserved consequence is when a good action meets a bad outcome, and vice versa. And a story is just undeserved consequences trying to recalibrate to deserved. If everyone is getting what they deserved and it's not the end of your story, you have no conflict. There is nothing we as readers are waiting to see in your story. This is the thing that was making you interested in something as empty as Demon Slayer. Now for the fun part, we apply Jeet. I'm sure you are familiar with how writers love to torture their favorite characters. Your sadistic urges are channeled into storytelling. See, as a Jeet, you get to torture the characters you love and see how and what they do to bring back the status quo where they get what they deserve. You are going to write failures as heroes and successful people as villains. The goal for the hero is to get what he deserves, and the goal for the villain is to get what they don't deserve. Light deserved to die, but wanted to be God, something he didn't deserve. I mentioned intentions coming into play. This is where truly beautiful stories are. Because intentions will grey out this equation I made up. Like morality in real life. Need I say more than Eren Yeager? Terrible actions with a good outcome. He got what he wanted. And he had good intentions to save his friends. And he even died for it. See, bad actions and good outcome. But the reason we don't know if it was deserved or undeserved is the intentions. Can intentions change the alignment of actions? Can good intentions be enough to see Eren's bad actions as good? I don't have the answer. And that's the point. That is why it's beautiful. It's something we debate to this day. It's the trolley question. Yes, I made up a whole equation and waffled for all this time because I wanted to ride Isayama's nuts. No homo. But what about the opposite? Can bad intentions make good actions bad? The answer to this one is easy actually. It's no. It's called manipulation. The root of all selfishness. No topic to debate agelessly over here. However, if it's bad intentions and good actions, and a good outcome in terms of selflessness. Then it becomes a question. This equation I made up is interesting, but it becomes iconic when you mix and match it with the intentions. This is something you need to ponder on your own. I'm just gonna leave you with a clear summary. Keep your story going with undeserved consequences for key characters, and complete their arcs by giving them their deserved consequence. Show us intentions for the keyest characters to give us things to ponder about. But before you play God and distribute consequences to certain characters, watch this video to know how to actually create characters like a god to give these consequences to. And subscribe to my Patreon to support my channel.